Well, this is a special Ask Anthony tonight. You know, normally I'm trying to solve your problems, and I'm going to continue to do that. But since the Jags are in the playoffs, some of you have been sending me questions about the team. And a popular question right now, I have it right here on my towel. Where did the phrase, "it was always the Jags," come from? For years, this has been our battle cry. But there's a new phrase the Jags faithful are now saying.
It was always the Jaguars!
It was always the Jags, baby!
So Julie Hayden asked me this question.
Hey Anthony, can you help me with the phrase of "it's always been the Jags"? Where did that come from?
Well, Julie, I actually know the answer to this. It all started with Jags safety Dewey Wingard.
Let's go! It was always the Jags!
He yelled the phrase into a camera as he was heading into the locker room after a win over the Titans in December. And now it's on t-shirts and towels and all over social media. I walked over to the football stadium after practice and asked number 42 about the slogan. People want to know, where did "it was always the Jags" come from? Why did you decide to say that?
Well, to be honest with you, it's actually a gambling term now. I'm not incarcerating myself, however. When I'm in Vegas, for March Madness and stuff, it's, "it was always" is kind of a gambling term. Like, you're with your buddies, you see a lock, you're like, "Hey boys, it was always this." It's that that feeling when it's like, this is a lock. My intuition is telling me that this is a lock. And so when we beat the Titans, I had just kind of known, I had felt all year like the rock was gonna break. And eventually, beat the Titans for the first time in Nashville in however many years and stuff. It just kind of rolled with me right there, like it was always us, and obviously.
So what do you think about this? I mean, this is something that's probably going to continue on.
Yeah, probably should have trademarked it, but no, it's awesome. I love this. I really do. I love this city. I love this fan base. I love playing for this team, and I just want nothing but the best. And to see one of my quotes rally the troops and get us, into the playoffs. Maybe that was the part God had me here for. So I'm just here to do my part, and it's just seeing stuff like that, it's cool.
All right, so I answered that question for you, but some of you had more for the players. Christy wants to know, what is the biggest lesson you've learned this season?
Don't get too high, don't get too low. You have to just find peace in every moment, every situation.
This is from Dan Marini. He wants to know, who has the worst locker room manners?
Oh boy.
People ask me questions all the time. Do you have any questions about Jacksonville? Anything you've been wondering since you've been here?
Best restaurant you like?
Best restaurant. That's a good question. All right, so you can hear more of their answers on Saturday after the game right here on NBC 12. Remember, if you have a problem you just can't solve, you can always email me at askanthony@firstcoastnews.com.